My mic was muted the whole time! No! No!
That always happens with you.
I'm recording a video tonight. I'm so tired of feeling sorry for myself. I've been off the rails recently, I can't even lie about it. So caught up in what everyone else thinks of me, constantly worrying while I try and lie to myself that I don't. I let my insecurities take over my soul. As much as I strive to not worry about what others think about me, my anxiety is constantly riddled by itself as I try and be a people pleaser. I got so worried about making others happy to the point where I stopped taking care of myself. Quote unquote, looking good, feeling good. One of the biggest lies I've tried to tell myself every day on days where I felt and looked like complete ass. Reason being, maybe nobody bothers you or says anything to you about how you feel, so long as you look like you have yourself together. This following video is probably going to jump around a lot, so please bear with me. And before we travel back in time, I do want to talk about a little bit of what my YouTube might look like here in the coming days. I'm probably just going to be uploading a bunch of archive videos that I want for myself, so it might look like I'm going crazy. I promise that I'm not. So, with that said, let's travel back in time. I had visions of being a part of something bigger than myself. Over time, doubt would begin to cloud the bright vision I once saw. I don't vouch for things I don't 100% believe in. I called them my family. Little did I know this statement would be truer than I knew at the time. See, with the family, there's a hierarchy. Psychologists use it to describe the desired and necessary structure for a family. You have your mom and your pops. They're at the top, equal to one another. Then trickling down with each kid is typically trickling down their role. So in my case, it would go my parents, my older brother, my older sister, and then my spoiled bratty ass. At least that's how my siblings would describe me to others. Their words may seem harmful, but I knew deep down they were loyal. They wanted what's best for me. See, they spoke up about the things that indirectly bothered them about how I would act. I viewed my team as my family, but it seems blood isn't always thicker than water. I sat in my room, basically at what could be viewed as rock bottom. Water bottles all over the place, old dishes that haven't been touched since before I left for Christmas, but none of that mattered. Finally, someone believed in me. It seems at 11:45 at night one night, there's a few songs that stuck out to me. Worst Day of My Life by Cal Scrubby, and Slowly Dancing in the Dark by Joji. If S equals 0 and J equals E, then 0 equals A. Ghost Riders in the Skies by Johnny Cash. Only ourselves are our harshest critic, my guy. I don't give a fuck who you are, you can criticize me all you want. But be aware that the things that you tell me, I've already told myself many times before. The mental battle in my mind of a face reveal is becoming easier. As my channel grows, which is odd to me, is it my confidence, or am I just accepting that this is who I am? I am a Twitch streamer. I'm afraid of my privacy though. I'm afraid for the clashing of what I can only explain as my real world crashing with my virtual world, but I guess that's kind of what I signed up for. Never did I imagine I'd be in this position, seen, labeled, known as a Twitch streamer. It's no longer just me believing it, it's others too. My sleepless nights no longer plagued with restlessness and nightmares, but instead of dreams flooded with color that when I open my eyes I have to acknowledge the fact that I was truly dreaming.
If we go on this balloon.
On Monday, February 15th, one of my inspirations just followed me back on Twitter. 3:41 a.m. Tears trickled down my face, nothing crazy, but enough to recognize the joy, relief, and excitement I was feeling. Thank you, Classify. Do you want to be ready for the world that is, or the world that should be? Life has an irrefutable record of fucking the world. Bro, what the fuck did I do? What did I do to deserve the luck that I've been granted today? I was in random duos on COD for a few hours, and I managed to get grouped up with a streamer known as Clutch Belk. We were bantering and playing nearly the entire time, and he did carry me, but we annihilated the whole game. Actually, I'll probably make this the background game. Fuck it, let's do it. As you guys already know, I used that footage, so I'm using other footage. Funnily enough, I was streaming while this was going on, and my mic was muted the whole time. And in the gameplay, I basically was walking my friends through an entire game as the in-game leader, and we ended up winning, so I thought it'd be a good gameplay. I ended up stopping by his stream, dropped a sub, a follow, and followed his Twitter as well to make sure that I can keep in contact. I also did make sure I ended up messaging him just to again share my thank you, as he encouraged me to keep grinding. Like, if there were ever a moment to feel on top of the world, that would be that day. And our stream numbers skyrocketed past levels I once thought were unreachable. I feel like an introvert stuck in an extrovert's body. This is actually going to be a streamer hot take, but I actually disagree with the I'm a Twitch streamer and not a therapist. I feel like it's a cop-out. Sure, you might not truly be a therapist, but it doesn't mean that if someone is trusting you enough to want to share their problems with you, you use it as a means of getting that weight off their shoulders, makes you a therapist. It more so makes you a friend. Though, you do have to just acknowledge beforehand that you're not a therapist and suggest talking to a professional, but they're still reaching out and seeking some sort of help, even if it's in your community. You might not have to pull them up from the ledge, but at least hold them up so they don't fall. There's still a person in the other end of that username. The thought of a viewer, a friend, or a member of my community reaching out and me not holding my hand out to help them in any way that I can, it fears me to think that I could have helped and I chose not to. Be their crutch while they heal. Juice WRLD set me free. Bones by Juice WRLD as well. I don't erase anything in my notebook because it makes sense in my head. Because I am not doing this because of the numbers. I am doing this because of my passion. I am putting myself out there however I want. And meeting the people who don't judge me because they are able to see, you know, what I'm trying to do. The numbers that you get on social medias might be so high, but what happens when you can't connect those numbers to anything? Well, that's when it's just you and numbers. See, when there's no connection to somebody or something, those numbers mean nothing. So if those likes on your Instagram or those followers can't be pieced together to somebody, they lose the value to me. Have you ever got so lost that you forget about time? Like you look at the clock and go, holy fuck, it's insert time here. When I'm in the zone, sometimes I forget how long I've gone without eating or without drinking water. Funnily enough, this is back when I said water, and my friends made fun of me to the point where I now say water. Live Free by Mac Miller. Just listen to the lyrics, feel the energy and the vibes that he's giving off. I want to paint pictures, write stories, create memories, share laughter, share tears. Juice WRLD, do it. Juice WRLD, cha-ching. I remember being little playing board games, and now it feels like I'm playing real-life Monopoly. It's okay, Juice WRLD. The video, the thumbnail, it's all come together. A story has been written, but while that story was being written, it was slowly writing the next. Friends die, Juice WRLD. I didn't have my notebook over the weekend because I was on my retreat, which ended up being a wonderful experience, and I'm thankful that it happened. Growing up as a kid, I had a best friend who eventually we grew apart, and I have no idea what he even thinks about me anymore. But I also had an imaginary friend. I don't recall the name or what it was, but I recall staring out my window of a moving vehicle and staring at the ground, imagining something just tracing, running, sprinting, trying to keep up with the car as best as they could. Where is your safe space? It's so nice outside. Considering thinking about possible IRL streams, I cracked my window and turned my fan on. The smell of fresh air releases my nose of any pressure. My body breathes slowly, big deep breaths in and out. I am calm. I wish you were here. Feel how calm my heart is. I am at peace. My life feels like the puzzle pieces are falling into place. The weather drastically affects how the world feels sometimes. How come? This past weekend was the first time I was able to say I was a Twitch streamer. It felt like all this weight was lifted off my shoulders. I'm finally being proud of who I am. I'm at the gym, don't even have my notebook. I'm overthinking everything. I'm so afraid that I'm not doing enough for those that I should be. My mental is struggling with adjusting back into the real world. I have so many people that I care about, and now I have so many more that I just want to help out, but I don't know how. I like how I'm at the gym trying to get out of my own head. I always say that the gym is my one time to think about nothing, yet here I am, thinking about everything possible. Is being so connected beginning to make me feel unconnected? I just have this habit of putting others before myself, and I feel as though if I don't show them that I'm here and present, that they'll forget about me. I sit in a room full of those I consider friends. It's 1:10 in the morning, yet all I can think and feel is this chain pulling, cranking as if a roller coaster pulled up to the very first hill, and that very first hill is anxiety. It's just climbing towards the very first quick downfall of overthinking and self-doubt. Witnessing others carefully and lovingly take care of those too drunk for themselves. Meanwhile, here I am, patiently waiting for the opportunity to go home, or the opportunity to escape this. I sit on the couch, one leg 90 degrees firm on the ground, the other crossed over top of the other as I take a deep breath, taking in all the surroundings, others partaking in caretaking for this soul. It's a lovely thing, yet I don't have the strength to be the taken care of. I can seem to only be the caretaker. I want to exit, but I don't know how. I don't want others to look down upon me or frown upon my decision. Am I holding myself back from personal connections? I disagree. I utilize my time. I don't need influences or drugs to shape or form any bond with others. In fact, I think oftentimes the bonds I form without such things are typically stronger than those formed by quote-unquote artificial influences. I'm just jamming, tapping my feet to the music, hearing voices speak, watching people's spirits speak out for attention as mine encloses mine, comfortable in my own spirit. I don't need others to solidify the views I already have upon myself. I am comfortable with myself. Please don't take this as I'm talking down on you or others that may not feel the same way. I am truly ignorant to others' viewpoints. These are simply thoughts and ideas I come up with by myself. Throughout the night, people taking photos and videos of one another to remember the night, yet my mind is more focused in the moment, trying to remember the conversations, the debates, etc. I don't know, man. All these spirits and beings, stories all clashing together. The concerned spirits connected to those struggling, meanwhile their spirits completely free to the struggles happening directly next to them, unconnected from the room. I can't help either, as I witness those having an amazing time, as well as those struggling. I am comfortable, taking in it all. Deep breaths. Everyone's not going to bed. All I want to do is escape home. Can I leave without anyone noticing? Today felt weird. I feel weird. I miss you. I'm about to just bust out this stream deck. Fuck it. I haven't even uploaded the video of me talking about the struggle of what I went through when I got it. I probably should do that. I'm satisfied with how the streams are going, how my content is going, my connections are growing. We as a whole are growing. Each day more fulfilling than the last. My heart and mind are slowly killing one another. My happiness isn't gone, but it's needed to change. I start painting you into my future. Stuck in a car ride. This means stuck with evil. Amongst the ride, I put my headphones in as soon as the political radio is turned on. I noticed the radio is turned off. A conversation has started, and somehow my quote-unquote depression, I put that in quotes because I'm the happiest I've ever been, and each day seemingly better than the last. I'm not depressed, I'm realistic. What does that even mean? I'll come back to that maybe. However, why is my own blood not only diagnosing me with depression, but also comparing theirs to saying it's not as bad as mine? Like, what the fuck is that? They both just commented on the fact that I'm the happiest I've been. His love, his outlet, his support system, their words, not mine. I wish I knew more about it. Me too. It's so cool watching Jake put all this love and passion and evolve into this. Then why is it when the topics come up, they just toss it to the side? One of my closest friends, Kevin, just responded and reassured me to keep grinding. He supported me from the beginning. He solely is one of the most genuine, kind-hearted, and laughter-sharing souls. I want to share my world with you. I'm so proud of the work you're doing. The work you're doing is making me strive to want to be better. It's me against the world again.
Oh my god.
My ass is so sweaty right now. It's not even funny.
You are the Apex champion.
My mic was muted the whole time! No! No!
That always happens with you.